Hello, welcome back to Settlement Survival. Where we left off, we have some immigrants. Looks like they're coming in. Let's take a look. Do we need people right now? We actually seem to be in a fairly bad place at the moment. A lot of people are starving to death. I think this was a result of something that happened in the last episode. This is a new session, so I actually don't even remember what transpired, but I'm guessing some sort of massive crop shortage or die out. Looks like we have everything kind of set to be harvested at the moment. So I think we're just trying to get as many resources as we possibly can while we can. These graveyards are filling up real quick. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do when we run out of space for graveyards. I guess eventually there used to be graveyards here, so I guess they eventually just get overridden. We just keep shuffling them around. Well, we seem to have adequate housing and not enough alcohol, but enough beverages in general. Mostly water, it looks like. Actually, I think we could use a little more. All right, so these we must have never re-indicated what they need to produce after they were built. And that's kind of important for food here because that's what we're short on at the moment. We have some people available, so I'm going to add a couple workers to these fisheries. And then we are in January, so we're coming up on a time of year where we're able to start regrowing our crops. So let's slap a couple available workers in there. I do want to leave some laborers just generally available. I think it's a good idea to start replacing the people that die off. It looks like we are harvesting some of this stuff. It's interesting to see their patterns with these bubbles over their head, like where they're all walking, where they're all going. So hopefully we are getting some food from this stuff. Right. We are just out of resources for a lot of this. Die of starvation, die of starvation. Yeah, it's not good. We got some sugar production, some turkeys popping up. I'm hoping, I'm hoping we, generally speaking, we just hang on long enough to get all these fields planted and harvested. I don't think we had too many low durability buildings, if any. So it appears at least that held out without too much of a problem. The number of people starving is decreasing, but people are definitely starving to death, which is not good. Yeah, the food was definitely an oversight. Well, I'm not gonna say oversight, but it's definitely not good. But I don't really know, like unless we start harvesting and keeping aside 2 years worth of food, I don't really know how to avoid that. Why is this bubble still showing up? I guess we can accept them, even though everybody's starving to death. That'll just be some extra labors to replace them as they start dying. They want to add a couple extra people here. Looks like we lost some people here at one point. How are we doing on fertilizer? 77 in reserve. Okay, we did move a lot of this industry over here last time. We're still out of soap. How are we doing on raw ingredients for that? We do have a lot of fat, so we can... Heyo. We should be able to maybe get more soap makers. Okay, soap makers. Soap workshop. There it is, all the way at the end. Okay, let's rotate. Slap a couple of those down. We've run through all the extra people we've gotten already, so I guess it's a good thing I accepted those immigrants. It really helped offset some of the deaths that we had from starvation. So hopefully, looks like we're hitting the ripeness here. So hopefully we start seeing food fill out and people not starving to death. Oh, I forgot we planted rice. All right, looks like we're starting to harvest. So I think that's a good sign. That means things are starting to improve. We should start seeing this starvation drop down pretty drastically once this refills. Wow, we are churning through it as fast as we're harvesting it. It is crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just surprising. Still having people die of starvation. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, it looks like many of them were children. That's not good. Somebody got murdered? That's not good. Looks like we do have enough people that are or excess people to start refilling some of these laborer spots as they die. Here's the drop. We're down to 60 people instead of in the 130s. It's continuing to go down. I am a little nervous because we don't seem to have any extra food available to carry us to next year. Hopefully this starts to fill back up quite a bit. Our water's going down too. Huh. Wonder what's causing that. Oh. Okay. These are still paused, so I guess let's unpause those. I am a little nervous about this sandstorm coming through and destroying our buildings all over again. Looks like we are starting to get the starvation under control again. Let's just start gathering while we can. Try to stay ahead of it as much as possible. Hopefully there'll be enough to keep us somewhat sustained. All right. There's the winter coming along. We are completely out of food again. That's crazy. I don't know. It seems like once we enter that spiral, it's just hard to come back from it. I think I am going to get another farm ready for next year. Maybe more than one farm. Same function as a field. So farms are better than fields because you can fertilize them, I believe. If I'm remembering that correctly. Let's put down stone road. Okay. At least the majority of our people are not starving at this point, where last time they were it was pretty rough. This is gonna have to be a priority. Try to get this done as fast as possible. One of these mines was running out. Was it this one? I mean, this one just is out, but okay, it looks like we have some rough food carrying us through. We are coming up on planting season. Hopefully, these will be mostly built by then. I'd like to plant some more rice. This sandstorm's right on the horizon here. I think we're gonna miss this planting season for these. Or at least they're not gonna yield the full amount. Because they're already being planted. And to be honest, I don't even have laborers to fill it, even when it is made. So I think we're a little out of luck on that. What's going on here? Oh, somebody died and nobody replaced them. Yeah, that's gonna start being a problem as people disappear. Yeah, I need another group of immigrants because there is not enough reserve people. All right, get ready for the sandstorm. I might just pull a person or two from each of these. I don't know what the optimum number of workers is. Just gotta plant some rice. Shrink this down by 2. I'm gonna shrink them all down to 6. And hopefully that'll give us overall more food. What's the bell? I'm not sure. I don't mind buildings getting wiped out. And even better if it stays down here and doesn't wipe out buildings. But I can't imagine that happening. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We got some soap, some bandages, some jade, some delicacies. I mean, I think one of the issues they're having now is there's not enough alcohol. But this alcohol is really expensive, so I don't really want to. And I don't really have a ton of resources. I mean, we're going to buy what we can, probably in soap. 89 soap. And that'll have to do for now. Okay, we got our little sandstorm coming through here. Looks like it's going to wipe out one of our fields. I hope. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Looks like it's tapering off. Not before it hit that. Not before it hit these couple buildings, but rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. Somehow it went through here and didn't destroy it. Guessing that's just going to disappear at this point, which is good. I do need some soap makers to show up here. It looks like that building already had somebody assigned to it. I just didn't have soap selected. All right, so we got some soap makers. Looks like I missed my opportunity here for the rice, but that's all right. There's always next year. Let's put a sheriff in there. All these buildings are down people. That might explain why some of the happiness was pretty low. No laborer here. Let's take one person out there, put him here. I think having somebody in the church is pretty important for that whole section of population there. We got to rebuild that as well. So do we have somebody in the... Is there... There is a police station over here. Okay. So the hunger rates should be dropping. It looks like they're pretty low. We are starting to get a little bit extra carrying over. I'm not sure why they're going as far as they are, and they're not just putting it in the storage here. I mean, even just for the sake of time, just to get as much of it harvested as possible before it starts dying off. How is this not increased at all? I would have thought by now we would have seen at least a little bit of uptick. The alcohol production should be a little more consistent at this point. One of the problems is we kept running out of oats. I wonder if I could change the ingredient. There's wheat, but we're not making... So it's like I think we're just not making enough oats. Because they're running out of oats by November, and then there's nothing left throughout the rest of the year to make the alcohol. I mean, it looks like there's some in storage here. So the question is, do I have enough? Or do I need to make more? Do I need to make more wineries, or do I need to make more? I'm going to change this to oats. We don't have any more people to put in there. Okay, we want salted meats. We're making meat chops there, it looks like. So we have a lot of soap production going on. We still need more people. There's some immigrants on the horizon, it looks like. So we should be okay. Maybe they'll help pull us out of this funk a little bit. We are running low on water again, which is crazy to me. I turn these back on. I know I need to add some more people into these job positions, but yeah, these lack of raw materials. I mean, it has some materials in there right now, but yeah, zero beer, zero beer, zero beer. Okay, we got some, just too few laborers. Man, it's like once you enter that spiral, it's just impossible to recover from it. Okay, this can go back to making the geese. Okay, we do have some hunter's huts up here. So I wonder if we can... All right, we'll just keep gathering the plants. We do have our farm laborers coming back now. And we have mostly oats at this point. I've still got one field of rice, but mostly oats. Okay, this stone cutter needs to be replaced. I think it's important to have cut stone continually being generated. We're slow. I think we're slowly pulling ourselves out of this death spiral. I think this immigration wave is going to really help because we could start repopulating some of the spaces like this and really bump that production back up. At least the entire population isn't actively starving to death at this point, so how are we doing on filling up this inventory? Not great. Yeah, I don't think this doesn't fill up. We're gonna be midway in winter before this next wave. So I think we are a little. I think 5 or 6 is probably a little too small for the size of the fields. I think it might need 7 or 8 per field, but there's just nothing I can do about it until I get more people. But I definitely need more oats, that's for sure. We have a very oat-centric economy at the moment. I don't even know. Like, I guess I could. No, I don't even have people to form a caravan to keep trying to generate some of this money. All right, we lost a hunter. People are starting to starve again. Oh, rebuild. I'll have to try that next time. I have a feeling a lot of this isn't necessarily food that I'm issuing gather command here for. Yeah, we're back up to a lot of people starving again. It's not everyone, so at least there's that. So the fertility is not really like I'm not sure why it's not happening. It is marked to use fertilizer to increase the field output, but I'm not seeing any actual fertilizer making it to the field. And maybe it's because our transfer station is too far in that direction. All the fertilizer's over here. Some of the fertilizer. Huh. Oh, we must just not be making enough of it. Because we only have 29 in reserves. So we are using it up. It's just not apparently having much of an effect. Well, hopefully it'll make a difference once we get more people. It's taking a while to harvest this stuff. We're in October and the fields are only like half harvested. So I'm wondering if they're actually fully harvesting it or if the fields at this point in November are starting to just like die and disappear. Yeah, like right like that right there. So that must be in November. So we lost a bunch of the harvest right there just because they didn't harvest it quick enough. We do have some oats in inventory. So I'm really hoping once we get these immigrants, we can get them all in here as fast as possible, start pulling ourselves out of this spiral a little bit. It's crazy to me how the water is, somehow. Now I know we're down like 2 people, but this building was paused. So I unpaused this. So we had the same quantity of people roughly, and we've actually lost like 50 people overall that have died, adults. And somehow we are just churning through water, whereas we had a 2,500 surplus. So I'm not sure what's using up all the water. Okay, so we did. I don't know how long that's been there, but we did reach a new reputation. So we can make. Okay. So are we able to actually plant dates at this point? We can. I feel like that might be a good thing to get up and running as well. Maybe we'll get that running over here with the cherry trees. We do have a tech point available. We were working towards something, and I can't remember what it was in particular. Let's pause the game for a second so I don't miss that boat that's going to be coming in any second. So I know we have to like go even deeper with the mine stuff. I know that's the thing we have to do, but I think before we can do that, because we need like building kits, it looks like lanterns. I need to get that stuff up and running first, which I think is this. Yeah, gears and toolkits. Building kits. So I need that. We have lighting, so we can do that already. Forest farm. Huh. Some fishing nets. I wonder if this would be helpful. It's just expanding their inventory and the speed at which they move. Huh. Delivery center. I kind of feel like we need to start working in this direction. Do I have the ability to make bricks yet? So I need to make bricks first. Oh no, this needs bricks. All right. I think I don't know. Something's got to be done to like make this interface. I spend a lot of time clicking through here looking at like what's needed and where do I get that and what am I missing? And I feel like it's a little chaotic and hard to continually keep track of over time. So I think something's got to give there. Well, I think, I think I'm just going to go with something like this for now. I think we need to focus more on logistics right now because I think that's where some of our shortfalls are. So I am just going to dump some points into like Quick Porter, and I might even do like, I don't know if we have horses or donkeys, so we really can't do anything with that until we have that. But supply depots, I'm just going to do this. We must be getting bricks from somewhere. So we're going to do like a supply depot. So I'll have to figure out what purpose exactly this serves. I'm sure there is one. I'm going to slap this down right here, and we're just going to see from storing type buildings. So items come to there from other storage facilities. So I would imagine you want to put those by buildings that consume products. So maybe over here is a better place for that, because there's a lot of product consumption over in this general area. Okay, we did get a boat to show up. We can give it, we're out of like domestic fuel. This is kind of unhappy people, but they have high health. It's kind of interesting. All right, I feel like we're always so shy on food right now. I should probably buy some food. We are also shy on this. Let's do that. I should probably connect these two roads together. We're in February. Hopefully these immigrants arrive right before planting season. I could dump a bunch of them in the farm. What's going on over here? Come on, take the fuel out. Not seeing the immigrants yet. They should show up soon. What are we making in this barbecue house? Meat chop and fuel. Make sausage? Is that what we were? No, I think we were making. No, we don't have. We must have been making buffalo jerky. So are we just not making enough buffalo meat? Because it's essentially saying they only made 15 salted meats last year. And they don't have any meat chops available. So are we just consuming all the meat chops elsewhere? They look like they've made, well, output limit reached. How is that possible? There's no output. Something seems a little funky here. 300? There we go. Town hall. Accept all the immigrants. Let's get people working on the farm area here. And actually, I want to reopen to 8 spots if possible. I think this is going to be key to pulling us out of our spiral. Okay, here we go. Couple left over just to fulfill any roles that need to be fulfilled. You know what? I'm going to put them in here. I know that only leaves us with one spare laborer, but I feel like the water consumption is pretty high right now, so hopefully that'll help level that out. All right, I think we're gonna try to make it through this season, and then I'm gonna call it there for the episode. Let's see how it goes. I just want to backfill some of these spots. It looks like people are dying off. I don't see any major disasters on the horizon, which is good. Gives us an opportunity to kind of recover from the past couple we've had, which have been fairly brutal. Okay, we're up to 4 notches on the bar, which is good. It's at least a step in the right direction. Still seem to be completely out of alcohol. So my hope is we'll be if they having 8 people in these fields again, we're gonna be getting a lot better harvest this time around. I know I know it says we need housing, but I don't understand how, because people have died, like lots of people have died. Build some more homes there. Slap down some roads. I think they'll either even do a little plant gathering action. Looks like we have the harvest coming through. They're doing it pretty rapidly too. I mean, we're already down to like 20% over here. So hopefully we'll see a much bigger surplus of oats that'll help carry us through the next season. It's the hope anyway. Now it's usually by November when we start seeing the resources disappear. So I think we're already making a lot better progress than we were before. Most of these fields are already pretty much picked clean. I don't know why these ones in the corner are taking longer. Maybe just because it's further distance to walk. But I definitely feel like we're getting more of it this time around. I wish when they were done with like these fields, they would help the other fields. Because this rice and these peas are still not getting completely emptied out. We did a lot better on the oats this time around, though, for sure. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to get pretty much every oat. And that did leave us with a lot of viable product to make alcohol with. So I think, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. I saw this dip down to 3 and come back up to 4 again. So hopefully that starts to stabilize too. I never, I know it says you need iron tools, but I've got better than iron tools. Why can't I do this? Like, it has to be low quality tools for that. I can't believe we're still so shy on water. But I guess they're trying to catch up from all the previous seasons that didn't have enough oats available. Well, hopefully we'll either have more births or another immigrant wave that'll happen at some point. We can get more people back in here to backfill some of these spots that have kind of closed out. So some of our housing is missing some of the heating because we're low on domestic fuel. I think we might have enough planks for now. I might change this over to domestic fuel just to try to catch up a little bit on that because we're not getting the coal mine anymore. Okay, I think that is a good spot to put the cut in for today. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.